We all know that only part of your body that is in contact with the club is your grip and your hands. And this is where we need to think about what is that doing to your shot shape? What is it doing to your golf? And what is it doing with the club that we all want to hit well? Because we know if we hit this well, we're often going to help you lower your scores. Guys, welcome back to Get Good at Golf. I am Chris, and if you want to do that, then hit that subscribe button below for daily content on how you can improve your game this year to get your scores down. But what we often see with this club and with your grip is we start to see very tense with the drive, and what we often start to see is that as a result of this grip getting a little bit tense, we start to see that forearm turning this way. So we see that it starts to rotate, starts to come away from the body, and how many times I see people take the club away and this elbow wants to work this way is a big problem straight away. You might think, well, that's the perfect takeaway. I've watched some of the Get Good at Golf videos. Chris and James have told me I need to get that club matching my spine. Well, you'll see with that club face there, that is actually close. So it's not matching my spine angle. That is exceptionally close from there. And you can see that my arm's lost connection, and we often then see a big flying elbow. Once we see this, we're obviously limiting our backswing. We've got to here, we look at that club face. If I return back down to normal now, I come down and I release that golf club, we can quickly see that is pointing straight into those bushes to the left. As a result then, we often then try and make compensations with this left arm, and that's all because of the way this grip is sitting and also the way the forearm is working. So again, if I get into this position and bring my sleeve up, we don't want to see that the inside of our forearm is pointing down our target line. You'll see there that's going to bring my arm away from my chest. That's going to encourage us not to complete that backswing. That's going to give us a lot of problems throughout this motion. So when I take my grip, what I want you to start to do is feel like that hand is a lot more underneath, and start to see that, if anything, your forearm is pointing out in front of you there. So we're going to be able to get that out in front. I can see that as I look down, and I can still get a neutral grip from there. But you'll see what that does is that gets my arm connected better with my chest, because I've got the grip working better. And then as I take that away, straight away I can get that club working the same as my spine angle. And then from there, as I start to rotate up, I can keep this right arm connected. You'll see that it's not out here. You can see it's connected. You can see my club is on plane. You can see I've got a neutral club face at the top. And then as we start to rotate down, we come back into that position where it's nice and matching my spine into delivery, and then we can start to release that club. And that all comes from what this right hand is doing. A lot of people in golf are thinking you need to take your right hand out of it. I'm a little bit too active with that right hand, but it depends what position you've put that in. If we've got that a little bit on top and we've got that forearm pointing down the fairway, then we're going to have a lot of manipulation that we need to do to get you getting off that tee. And we all know as we play golf and as we start to play more and more, we'll start to make compensations. We'll start to get just getting back to the golf ball, but it's not going to see your scores come down. So when we get into here, what I like to do is I like to set my driver down, build my stance, and then make sure when we bring this right hand on last, we've got that forearm pointing more out in front of you. If anything, at 45 degrees is a good angle. I wouldn't go past that. And then from here, we can really get that club working better in the backswing. And we can start to hit drives like that. You can see there a nice towering draw there, and that is down the left hand side of the fairway. So we need to get into that consistent setup. We need to be consistently getting this good with your right hand, and that's going to help you get good at golf. And I can do that again, get into my routine, get set, make sure that forearm is pointing out in front of me, and then from there, commit to the shot. And another nice draw up that left hand side, and that is all because of that grip. After all, that is the only thing that's in contact with the club. That's going to allow us to set those forearms correctly, build a better backswing, and get good at golf.